Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. It is I, Jesse Milestone, coming to you on this Friday with both good news and bad news.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
Where people were just walking around, just jizzing force all over the place. He looks like he has been drinking soy from his mother's teat. Wrap yourselves in, guys, because we are gonna get mean!
I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. My name is Jesse Milestone. I am your God Empress and fearless leader of the Mindless Mob. And today, I am here. Yes, I am here to actually just answer the question that's in the title. How to make money live streaming. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually answer that question on the nose. This is not some clickbait bullshit. This is not YouTube's instructional videos that just tell you to be better. I'm going to tell you step by step, and I'm going to help you get started doing it. First thing that those instructional videos on YouTube are not telling you is that if you want to be a streamer and streaming is the primary vessel through which you'd like to create your content, do it somewhere else. Don't do it on YouTube. YouTube is still primarily a produced content platform. Basic logic. If you want to be a live streamer, go to a platform that's designed solely for live streaming. Twitch is the big one that everybody thinks of, but I also caution against going for the biggest platform. Twitch has a lot of the similar problems that YouTube does. Right? You have large platforms with no barrier of entry. Anybody whatsoever can just go on and start streaming. There's no barrier of entry to start creating, but the barrier of entry to make money is very, very high relatively speaking. And in between that, you get no help or support from the platform that you're on. You have to do all of this all by yourself before you get any support whatsoever from the platform, and even that is very minimal. Also, with these platforms, that lack of barrier of entry means that there are tons of people on it, and it is constantly saturated with garbage. You can flip through YouTube, you can flip through Twitch, you can see exactly what I'm talking about, how many people are just clogging up the airwaves with mindless drivel, with dead air in some cases. And you, as an undiscovered talent, no matter how good you are, have to get people to get through every piece of that mindless drivel that has more likes and more views and more subscribers than you do before they can get to you. So, find a smaller platform. But Jesse, the smaller platforms are unreliable. How do I know which ones are going to stick around? How do I know which ones actually pay you? How do I know which ones are real and which ones are not? Well, I figured that out for you. I picked the one. I found one that has money behind it, that is already multinational, but it's still in its first few years, so it's in its Wild West phase. That's this one right here. I'm wearing it on my fucking shirt. It's 17 Live. What is a Wild West phase for a streaming app or a social media app? They all went through them. It's this brilliant thing that happens right when they're really starting to take off. And you got to start to identify the threads of success, the signs of success that are going on. And they really, as they start to take off, what happens is there's more demand. There quickly becomes a faster demand for the streamers than there are streamers filling the platform, or quality streamers filling the platform. And so anybody who follows the 5 simple basics for what you need to do to be successful at live streaming will be successful on 17 Live right now. You do the 5 things I'm about to lay out for you. You try out this platform, you learn this platform and figure it out. I guarantee if you are doing these 5 things, you will be successful. Those 5 things simply are: be good at what you do. Have a setup that at the very least has basic lighting and good enough sound. Good camera energy. Put in the hours in front of the camera and behind, and be consistent. Those 5 things. Being good at what you do, it can mean something different depending on what you're streaming. If you're an artist or have some sort of specific skill that you're trying to show off, make sure not only you're good at doing that, are you good at doing it, but you're good at presenting it. You're good at talking about it. You're good at bringing people who don't know about it into it. If you are a talker, if you're a personality, make sure that you have something to say that other people aren't already saying. Maybe be a little funny, maybe be a little offbeat, but nothing that you aren't already naturally are, because people can sniff out inauthenticity faster than you would believe. And they will drop you the second that they feel you are not being genuine with them. So whatever you do, whatever it is you're good at, being truthful, being authentic is part of being good at what you're doing. As far as the setup, you don't have to do anything magical. You guys have watched my content. You'll know I go pretty bare bones with this shit. My green screen here is me actually putting forth a little more effort than I used to. And nobody ever had an issue with the backgrounds that I ran before. But what I always make sure is on point is my light and my sound. You can always see my face. I can't do anything about that car alarm if you heard it going off out there. But you can always see my face when I'm on screen. Every part of it. Nothing is disappearing into shadow. Nothing's lit, awkwardly. Nothing's totally blown out. You can see my face. You can see the features on it. You can hear me clearly. You don't really need that fancy of a microphone if you're working off a fairly new mobile device. Right from there, the quality of audio you're going to get is probably going to be okay. If you're on a computer, you're going to want to test it out a little bit because computers have vastly different internal microphones. You don't want to sound like shit when you're streaming. Sound is even more important than video. Camera energy is something really, really specific to streaming or being on camera in general. You need to practice this. If you've never been on camera before, this is different than interacting with regular people. You have to practice recording whatever it is you're doing and watch it back. People do not like seeing themselves on camera. It's hard, but if you can't do that step, do the work to watch yourself back and see how you're coming across to other people. Chefs always taste their food before they put the dish on the plate. Right? It's the same thing. If you don't know how you look, if you don't know how you seem on the camera, you have no way of knowing how the audience is going to receive you. You may think that you have a great, easy conversational voice, but when you get on camera, you may not be doing enough to keep your audience engaged, and that really easy conversational voice might just come across as a really, really dull, boring monotone, even though, it's not really that different than what you were doing before. It's just a little bit, animation that makes a difference. You may be a person like me who's really big, who's really explosive, who's moving around a whole lot, but you can't bounce back and forth because the camera only sees one place. And if you're constantly bouncing through your screen, it's jarring. You're giving your audience seizures. You got to take all that energy and bring it into one central place. Now that energy works. Now your audience can receive that and it doesn't just confuse them or frustrate them. So that's your camera energy. The hours, just really basic. You got to put them in front of the camera. You got to do your time, and you got to put them in behind the camera as well. And that means, studying whatever it is you're doing, getting better at it, practicing your deliveries, improving your setups, familiarizing yourself with the platforms you're on, with other users who do similar things to you. Find out what's working, find out what's not. Become an expert in your field. Do research, and that means you have to be an expert in streaming as well as an expert in whatever it is you stream. Whatever content you stream on. That's the hours. God damn this car alarm. And then consistency is the final thing. And this freaks some people. This freaks me out sometimes too, because you're like, oh, well, I have a day job and I have this and I have all this other stuff going on. I can't commit to streaming at the same time every day. Okay. Well, if you want to be successful streaming, then you need to figure out what you can commit to. What can you do? Can you do once a week? Can you do once a month? Whatever it is you can commit to, make sure you do it, and you do it on the same day and you do it at the same time. And then you add. You don't have to be consistent with your add-ons. You can, randomly turn on a stream whenever you feel like it, whenever you have the time to do it. That's cool. But just make sure you are always there for the consistent one, for the regularly scheduled one. It is incredibly frustrating to turn on the TV, to try to watch your favorite TV show, only to find out that it has been moved and nobody told you. Don't be that person for your audience. They want to know where you are and when you are. And if you're the person responsible for canceling their favorite show, even if you are also their favorite show, they're still going to take it out on you and they're not going to stick around. But if you do those 5 things, if you can manage those 5 things and you can bring them to this lovely platform, you will be set. 17 Live looks similar to some streaming platforms, different from others. Some things you're going to find on every streaming platform. You are going to have the option to like somebody, to follow them, to share their content. Those are the 3 basic engagement metrics that every platform is going to offer you in some way or the other. Every platform is going to offer pretty much their audience some way to pay to play as well. Whether it's super chats, whether it's donations, gifts, however you phrase it, and whatever form it takes, highlighted messages, special animations, certain privileges. That's an element, in pretty much every streaming app. And so 17 Live has all of those. It has a couple really cool features though that set it apart from the other apps. And one of those, the very, very first one I want to talk about is that barrier of entry. Anybody, just like any other platform, anybody can go on 17 Live and start streaming. But on 17 Live, there is no universe where just from doing that, you hit these metrics and you do these things and then you hit the partnership threshold and then you start getting paid. That's how it works on a lot of other platforms. You go without any help, without any support, without any assistance, without the app even knowing you're there, and you do your job and you do it over and over again for hours and hours, however long it takes you. For some streamers, weeks. For some streamers, months. For some, years. And you grind over and over again until you meet the thresholds for your platform to pay you. That's not how it works on 17 Live. 17 Live has contracted streamers and non-contracted streamers. And if you'd like to be a contracted streamer, that's a streamer that's actually eligible to make money, you don't need to have put a single minute into the app before becoming one. You just need a 5-minute audition video. And that's whether you've been streaming on the app, whether you've been a user on the app, or whether you had never even downloaded it before sending this video in. You'll need to do it to do the video, but whatever. You do a 5-minute audition video, and that audition video is very simple. If you want to be a live streamer, it's in your wheelhouse already, because it's introduce yourself, explain why you want to do this, what you're doing, show a little demonstration of the kind of things you'll do on the stream. It's a 5-minute preview of, hey, if I'm a 17 Live contracted streamer, this is what you can expect to see. And so if you already believe that you can and should make money streaming, this should not be a barrier of entry for you whatsoever. If this sounds scary, if this sounds insurmountable, if this sounds like a barrier of entry that's going to stop you from even getting started on the platform, then maybe live streaming isn't for you. And that's a reality you might just have to face. But once you do your audition, once you're accepted on 17 Live, you get to come into this wonderful, amazing streaming world that's like nothing else I've ever seen. I don't know what I had to do right to get this, but at some point, I was just given a talent manager. My talent manager checks in with me. We have meetings every couple of weeks. We do a video chat where she's supportive of everything that I'm doing. She gives me ideas. She brainstorms with me. She tells me new updates for the app. She gives me new ways that I can make money by doing this. That's the company. The company gave me a person they employ whose job it is to work one-on-one with streamers. And you know what percentage of my revenue this person takes? 0. This is an employee of 17 Live who is paid by 17 Live to help me, the creator, make more money and improve on this platform at no charge to me. When you become a contracted streamer, you will receive your rate card. You will receive a piece of paper digitally that explains to you exactly how you make money, exactly what you need to do to make money. You'll also learn about the achievement score, which is what you can think of as the algorithm on anybody else's platform. But that's a number that you get to see whenever you're streaming to see how well your stream is doing. That's posted right there. And if your number goes higher, you go higher on the recommended page. Bam. That number is displayed for other people to see, so they also can see how well you're doing. It's very transparent. I like it. This app also has events, which are more opportunities in the streaming month to win cash prizes, digital prizes, money. Cash prizes, physical prizes, digital prizes. I won this sweatshirt by being part of the Livestream Football League and being on the winning team for that. And I got this wonderful, awesome sweatshirt. What's really cool about this swag too is because it's so exclusive, it's valuable. It has a value to it. You can have value obviously by putting expensive materials, but the exclusivity of this stuff, man, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel appreciated by the app that I'm working for. A couple extra $100 a month simply because I placed on a leaderboard in a fun little event makes me feel really good. Makes your streamers feel, your audience members feel really good too when they helped you get on that leaderboard and they get prizes too, because there are fan leaderboards. There are rewards for your fans. In some cases, it pays them back the coins they've spent on you. In other cases, they get awesome digital swag that they get to show off. Audience members get appreciated. You get to appreciate your audience members on this platform in ways that you never have before. And they get to appreciate you in turn. Because 17 Live has these functions. They have a snacking function, which is just a free way that people can help boost your achievement score every time that you stream. They also have a rewards function. Every time you log in, every time you watch a certain amount of streaming, every time you leave a certain amount of comments, you as a user, as a fan, you get these little rewards gifts. It's like getting a couple cents in super chats, but you get them every day that you log in. Every day that you watch streaming, you get free money to give to your streamers. So if you're a streamer who goes on this platform and maybe your audience doesn't give a ton, it does not matter, because if you can build a large enough audience, they can give you enough for free at zero cost to them to make you rich. Conversely, if you're that other type of person, you have a smallish audience, but they like to give, you'll get nowhere on YouTube. That metric, the amount of super chats they send during your stream, means absolutely nothing in regards to whether or not your stream is getting shared, whether you're getting more audience members, etc. On 17 Live, if your audience likes to give, that will skyrocket your achievement score, which will automatically make it more likely that new people will come and watch you stream. Another really fun element about this app that's not for everyone, but I actually super appreciate it. All your metrics, except for your follows, followers, your likes, and your level. You get a level that is continuously accumulated as you stream. All of those reset at the end of every month, which can be terrifying because it means that you need to constantly be doing the work every month if you want to have money in your purse. But it's also really exciting because it means every month is a new opportunity for you to be at a somewhat level playing field with everybody around you and rise up and establish yourself as the cream of the crop every month without feeling like you're starting further and further back each time. So those are some of the basic features I really love about 17 Live. There's a lot more that I can't even get to telling you about here, but if you think, this sounds kind of interesting and I might want to do it, send me your email. Send your email to me.mindlessentertainment@gmail.com. me.mindlessentertainment@gmail.com. We're posting in the comment section below. No guarantees, but I will try to go through and grab those and shoot me an email in the next week or so, because then I will give you the information. We'll be doing a record-only StreamYard session for anybody who wants to learn a little bit more and ask any questions that you might have about this app, because guess what? I am bringing you all with me. And the best part is I can guarantee money for you. So if you want to know how I can personally guarantee that you will make money from live streaming, shoot me your email. That's me.mindlessentertainment@gmail.com. Send me your email so I can put you on the list, so I can get you. If you can't make the live Q&A, by the way, I will record it. I will have it available for you. So if you didn't get the chance to see it, you can check that out. You can do that. And then May 1st, if you are interested in being part of the group, on May 1st, we are going to do this together, because that's another thing I love about 17 Live. All those free ways you have to support each other, we as streamers get to do that for each other. So if we come on together in force, this is another way where we cannot lose. So get yourselves ready, find out all the information you can, download the 17 Live app. Guess what, guys? If you use the link that I provided to download the app, I get $10 for every one of you that does that. That's like if YouTube gave you $10, a free $10 super chat for you every time you got somebody to download the app, a new user on YouTube. It's crazy town. But that happens to me every time you use that link that I gave you to download this app. They're just like, oh, thank you for getting more people to use this app. Here, have some free money. It's wonderful. You can be one of those people. It's really easy to get this link to do the same. So if you want to know all about All to Monies, check out the app, learn more about it. Come join us in a couple weeks. Make sure you give me your email so you can catch the second round of information and get ready to make money. That's it. See you then. God Empress out.